Hi everyone, welcome to Zelda Speedruns. We are here with Sean on comms and Lech and Greencola racing A Link to the Past for No Major Glitches League. Good luck and have fun.
Hello, ZeldaSpeedRuns. I am Sean. My Twitch handle is secretly a sliver. And looks like we're in for a decent race today. I think both I can see their timers, and it looks like Cola's PB is a 132.07 and Lex PB is a 132.25. I feel like they have a better PB than that. I thought Lech had a 131, so Lech might not be comparing against their PB. But anyway, they look fairly even in the timings that they're running against. So hopefully we're in for a good show tonight. I'm all by myself here with popsicle sticks, just kind of monitoring the hamster wheels that are chugging along here. So we're about to get started. Oh, okay, I just synchronized. Cool. We got a lot of mashing and a lot of Japanese text. It's not required that you learn to read Japanese in order to play this game. We just do it because the text scrolls faster. Alright, so First, we're gonna go save the damsel in distress, as many video games in the 1990s make you do. Unfortunately, that is not where this game ends. So we'll save the damsel, we'll get her to safety, and then we'll start going and try and get some necklaces. That's Link's uncle. If anybody's wondering why there's only one bed for a younger kid and an adult man, don't think about it too much. I think the uncle sleeps on the table or something. Ooh, good job by Lech there, keeping their sword out to scare that guard away. That's something that's not really bad to just default. Just take a couple frames of sword out walk speed for those situations where the guard is in your way. Right. First guard, we see two very different strats to get rid of that guard. On the left, we saw Lechtansi do the classic upspin, and then we saw Cola do the left slash. Both are good strats. The left slash can be slightly faster. A lot of people find that the up slash is a lot easier to do, and don't really save time with the left slash, and the left slash can go pretty wrong. Alright, now we go for our first mini-boss here, the ball and chain guard. Looks like both of them are going to do a one-pot strat here. One pot only loses probably 25-30 frames to like a perfect 8 slash, but 8 slash can go wrong in a whole lot of ways, and kind of mitigating that damage is not a bad way to go about it. Like having to get rid of the green guard, whereas Cola just had to use that boomerang that we picked up. We're going to use the boomerang for a few things here in Hyrule Castle. We'll use it when we come back for Agate Tower, and then we don't really use it a whole lot until Ganon's Tower. May use it a little bit in Hera, but I don't anticipate too much boomerang usage there. Both of these runners representing the fighter sword bracket. Don't remember what their records are, but I will get my team on that, by which I mean I will switch windows on Discord. Alright, and we're shoving a shelf. In canon, you need Zelda here because she helps you move the shelf. Because Link's not strong enough, he's got noodly arms. Zelda's a little buffer, she's used to moving that shelf back and forth. So you actually can't move that shelf if you don't have both Zelda and the lamp. If you go there without the lamp, she'll yell at you that it's dark and you need something to light your way. Like the Bugs Bunny, don't go down there, it's dark. Alright, now we see a Key Rat, pretty favorable RNG for both. Key Rat can get a little feisty sometimes, go up in that top right corner, but not this time. Like, started to go left and then decided to maybe do a pirouette. Maybe showing off some ballet moves. And, so by and large, diagonals are faster than cardinals in this game, but we purposefully walk slower on the slower cardinals there in order to skip a text box. There's actually supposed to be 2 text boxes in that lever room, but we move in such a way that we don't trigger the first one. Only the second. Alright, both getting sent card, nothing too surprising here. Sign card's about the freest safety that you can get. Alright, now we trudge over to Eastern. Yeah, I never knew you could just go like straight to Eastern. I thought you had to go over to the village, talk to the wife, talk to the grandson to get him to mark your map and such. But nope, that's not the case. You can just go. Okay, I have looked up. I have done commentating work. These runners are both 0-1, and they are indeed both in the fighter sword bracket. Alright, so this is the slower portion of the game. After this dungeon, we'll get the go-go boots, and we'll get to bonk into as many walls as we want, but hopefully not that many. Very nice room by both of them there. So the trick to that room is that there's 4 skeletons that spawn, but the way that we position Link there, the skeletons spawn north, south, east, and west of him, and 2 of the skeletons spawn in walls. So you only have to kill 2 of them, and since we know where those 2 are going to spawn, we just kill them and go. Alright, so you see us killing Popos here. So Lek has enough rupees, unless they're deciding to do tree pools, which I can't tell by their castle tower split whether they do tree pools or not. But yeah, I believe both of these runners also just came out of the NMG mentor program also, so yeah, good representation there. Hosted here on ZSR, you got to see a bunch of people learning this run, and I hope it was a good time for them. And we'll see the finished product here. A bit of weird cannonballs. What is the fighter sword division? So in NMG League, what happens is you get 2 weeks to submit a finished run. We had 36 submissions this time around, so we formed those submissions into 3 8-person brackets and 1 4-person round robin bracket. So the 3 8-person brackets are called Fighter Sword, Master Sword, and is my math dumb? Do we have 4 brackets? Yes, we have 4 8-person brackets. And 1 4-person, they're gonna do a round robin. So each of the 4 brackets is called Fighter Sword, Master Sword, Tempered Sword, and Gold Sword. And the round robin is called Swordless. You talk about other categories of Zelda random, I mean, go nuts. I'm not your dad. Alright, we got the Pegasus boots. Okay, so Lek is just leaving here. And we'll be pulling some trees. Money grows on trees in Hyrule, if y'all didn't know that. Cola getting the classic beginner strat of just robbing an old man and not taking the freely available tree rupees. Tree rupees, I'll explain it a little later, but they are a bit harder to get, but they're faster. So a lot of people start out doing Saha rupees and end up doing tree rupees later on in their career. Alright, so we're gonna go get the Book of Medora here. We need this is a special tool that'll help us later, but we're gonna see Lek take a little detour here on this split, whereas I don't believe that Cola is gonna follow them. So Lek is gonna get a bottle and net here. This is purely for comfort. Lechtansi doesn't necessarily need these items, but chooses to take these 2 safety items because they finish a lot more runs with them. So you just take the minute-ish time loss, and you know, finishing runs, especially in a race, is a lot more important than those few seconds that you're gonna save. So it's gonna look like Lechtansi's lagging a little bit behind here, but hopefully we're going to make that time up with good movement and execution. Here we're gonna see a popsicle stick special. We're gonna net dash this tree, or maybe not. That's unfortunate. Well, the guards got in the way, but if you net dash the left side of that tree, you get a free fairy catch to put in that bottle. Right, there's Cola using the surprise tool to open the gate to Desert Palace. Now I have to wonder, like, you're dashing and you're kicking up so much dust. Like, how does he not just like leave this dungeon with his pants full of sand? I guess he is kind of wearing a dress, so maybe that's the secret. So you just wear a dress and don't worry about sand in your pants. Oh, it's his hat? He keeps it all in his hat? Okay. Oh. Little unfortunate there. Cola got blocked by the cannonballs, but he also grabbed the chest a little bit, so I think that may have been a contributing factor there. Like canceling a little bit too late. So this dungeon doesn't have a lot of RNG behind besides those cannonballs and the worms at the end of the dungeon. A lot of it is just, you know, finding those big long straight lines to use those brand new shiny boots that immediately get all scuffed by sand. But I guess they're magic boots, so they wouldn't get scuffed by anything. Like a little late on beating that man trap, but just goes around. Everything's fine. Cola flying through this dungeon. Didn't see any desert spin speeds, which I'm a little sad about. I'm a very big fan of that trick, but in a race scenario, if you're not 100% confident with it, then you should definitely not do it, because it can lose you a whole lot of time. Alright, and now we have Landmos, which... Bow is the highest DPS item we've got. Pretty good volley there by Cola. Just, okay, very good awareness here. Just realizing that he's kind of out of position and just prioritizing getting one arrow per worm. So a lot of new runners will struggle with this fight, and the easiest thing that I found to learn Landmo is to just focus on getting one arrow per worm per cycle. If you get one arrow per worm per cycle, you'll always get a 4 cycle. Easy game. Oh, very nice machine gunning there by Lech to get rid of that one. Oh, maybe shouldn't slash there. Alright. Good fights on both sides. Alright, so now Cola's coming up on a trick. Usually Link can't swim without the Zora's flippers, but we're gonna choose to ignore that and do what's called a fake flipper. This happens when you do a splash and then you immediately screen transition on the next frame after the splash, so that it doesn't check whether you have the flippers or not, and then it just kind of assumes that you have them because the check didn't happen. So. Alright, now we find a mysterious old man who lost his lamp. Alright, Lech, unfortunately, little bit of trouble on the fake flipper, but eventually does get it on the second try. And that's kind of the secret to racing, is that if you mess something up, you just got to power through it, because it's not like you can just reset the run. Alright, Link's so vain. He needs that mirror. So basically what that mirror does is if you gaze into it, it brings you home. And now you can see where we're going to need it, because we're going to a land of bunnies and horned people, and there's a pink puffball there for some reason. And yeah, we just want to go back to where we came from to get up into this tower. This is the Tower of Hera, which obviously means the Greek pantheon is now canon in the Zelda universe. I don't really know why it's called the Tower of Hera. I think it's probably just a translation thing. But if anybody knows, feel free to let me know. Oh. Cola being a little wanton with hitting that switch a couple of times. There's not really much you can do in this room that will slow it down. Oh, I see what he's trying to do. Pot speed. Okay. Alright, respect. Gotta respect the pot speed. I don't know who was... I don't know. Someone had to have been teaching that in the mentor program, because that's not the first time that I've seen that. Yoho wasn't a mentor, right? Well, somebody else is poisoning the well, then. Oh, rip arrows! Like doing a bit of a more traditional FMG style tile room. Alright, now we see our first bomb jump. Just take damage from the bomb, boost you across the pit, easy game. What you saw Cola do there was a spin setup. While Link is in the spin animation, he won't fall down the pit. And then you just hold away from the pit and you get put on the perfect pixel to bomb jump. Alright, this is the cheeseburger worm. If you're wondering why he's the cheeseburger worm, just Google a picture of the Link Between Worlds Moldorm. He hasn't quite turned into a cheeseburger yet, though, so we're just gonna take care of him before he does. Hopefully. Using dash strats, very nice. Alright. No falls. Always love to see that. Oh. So, like, there are 2 pixels that you can dash on, that you can go north of that bumper. Like, was unfortunately a little too low, I believe, and yeah, I noticed that they were a little too low again, and kinda adjusted out of it. Okay. Link's turn to fight the worm. Nice first 3. Braver person than me. I wouldn't have gone on that left side. Alright, there we go. Alright, dead mold worms on both sides. Love to see it. So Cola has Saha rupees, so you're not really gonna see him do much except for go pull the Master Sword from the pedestal. Oh, gets faced by that bird, but it doesn't matter because he's already got the rupees that he needs. Oh, things went a little sideways there, but recovered nicely. All right, go get your better swords. So don't have to stand there slashing things forever. Like on their way to get the Master Sword, but is first going to pick up the backup arrows there. 8 was probably fine, but also would like to use the bow on a couple of enemies down here. So Lech has already killed 4 enemies, so needs to pull the tree here, and now needs to kill 4 additional enemies in order to get the red 20s to spawn on a tree later on. But they can't take any damage here. If they take damage here, then it'll be blue rupees instead of red rupees, and then that's bad because they won't have enough to pay off the monkey later. I didn't see it, but I assume Cola got the mushroom at least. Based on their gold Thieves Town split, they don't get powder. But a lot of people just get the mushroom and do fake powder. Alright, very good bird dash there by Lechtansi. That log dash is not the easiest trick in the world, and you can end up just taking damage off of it. Alright, and there's the rest of our money. Maybe could have even skipped a red and chance to drop, but no reason to at the moment. Oh, so important here. Green Cola spawned a fairy here, which means that later on in Turtle Rock, he's not gonna get one. Hopefully we'll see Lech do a bit of strat here to preserve a fairy drop for later. And kind of part of the reason that Lech got those backup arrows earlier is so that they could use arrows on those ball and chain guards there. And then now you saw the raised sword guards. You saw Lech killed them with a dash. When you kill enemies while dashing, they don't drop any prizes, which means that they have now preserved the prize pack. So prizes from enemies drop in a cycle, and certain enemies are in different prize packs. Those sword guards are in a prize pack that contains a fairy. We don't want that fairy to drop until we're in the penultimate dungeon. Alright, so Cola coming into Aga 1. So Aga 1 works a little weird, but we'd like to predict how many blue ball attacks we're going to get. So if anybody has any blue ball predictions, get them in quick. Average is 3. Alright, so how Iga 1 works is his first attack is always a red ball. His second, third, and fourth attacks are 50-50 chance between a red ball and a blue ball. We just saw the second attack was a red ball, third attack there was a blue ball. Only red balls damage him. So this, and then the fifth attack is always this lightning cycle here. So you just kind of hope and pray that you don't get too many blue balls on any of your runs. Each blue ball is approximately 6 seconds. It depends on where he warps and stuff, but oh, that might have been number 3 for Cola. Yeah, that's number 3. All right. Well, the good news is he's not going to get any more, because once you get 3 and you hit the lightning cycle, then you know it's always going to be 3. Select just got 1. Okay. It wasn't 3 for 3. Oh no. So, Cola having a bit of live split issues here. He actually did get a gold castle tower split by about 0.9 seconds. But something happened where he deleted it. So, not too sure what happened there, but he might want to look back and fix that later. Alright, I believe Lek's gonna get 3 blue balls as well, unless I missed a shit ton of them here. Yep, alright, 3 blue balls for both runners. You love to see it. Hate to see a race that's decided by blue balls. Alright, on to Palace of Darkness, also known as POD, or Pod. So the reason that we got all this cash is there's a little purple monkey here that we need to pay to open the dungeon. So this monkey likes to jump. Sometimes he likes to jump high, sometimes he doesn't jump as high. Doesn't really mean anything in the long run. It is RNG based, but it doesn't really mean anything in the long run. We just like to keep track of this. Uh-oh. Oh, tiny hop. It's unfortunate. Alright, so Cola, even with the extra bombs from Saha, is still going to stock up on bombs here. We do need a good many bombs to get through this run. Not quite as much as Z1, but definitely need a few to do bomb jumps and such. See what Lechtansi's Kiki Hop is going to look like. Oh, tinier hop, man. Kiki trying to make a liar out of me and saying, "Oh, I don't like the hop." That was a very good bombable floor there by Cola. So the trick there is to throw the bomb at the lowest point that you can, that it'll still blow up in the floor, and then have Link standing on a tile that that he will just drop directly down. And it seemed like Cola hit it. So now Cola coming up to the only allowed interior rail clip in No Major Glitches. This is called the hammer jump. Basically, we're just gonna bomb boost ourselves to clip through the rail, and we'll skip a couple of keys here. A couple of keys and a couple of room traversals. So this is double pixel perfect, hence all the pausing. Oh no, that sucks. Oh, reset. This is why we got the extra bombs. So what Cola is doing is pausing, and of course, the second one is just absolutely perfect. So yeah, the reason for all the pausing is you need to get on one certain pixel to lay the bomb, and you need to get on another certain pixel to when the bomb explodes. So we just kind of pause buffer it. And this trick saves so much time that, like, even if we stand there for, I think it's like 30 menus, and we're still saving time over doing the dungeon the intended way. Like, gets it first try. Which is good because they don't have the 3 extra bombs that Cola has. And Cola looked like he was charging a dash there, but he's in the walk strat spot. So yeah, if you want to dash, you gotta go all the way to that wall and then take the longer dash line up. Otherwise, you're not saving time over just walking. Seeing Cola kind of go more for the harder strats, and Lex just kind of going with whatever they're comfortable with. And like that's not a knock on either runner. Like, you know, the harder strats will save time if you pull them off, but the comfy strats will get you a lot more consistency and will let you finish more runs. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, just sort him down. Oh, boy. Oh, no. Oh, you hate to see it. Well, that's kind of what makes watching races in this bracket a little more fun, at least to me, is that pretty much anything can happen. Like, you watch the Gold Sword bracket, and, you know, most of the time, the person with the better PB will win. Oh, Lech in trouble too, but has that fairy in their pocket. Maybe. Oh, very nice. Very, very nice finish by Lechtansi there. Be the first one out of pod. Yeah, Helma, one of the more costly deaths. I don't remember exactly how much it loses, but it's several minutes. Yeah, when Cola did this the first time, it was all fairly smooth until so what he tried to do here was arm spin speed to extend his hammer's hitbox to make the Helma fight a little easier. He just kept failing it though. I'm not 100% sure why. Seemed like maybe he wasn't letting go of the sword in time. Because I didn't see any dash dust happening, so it wasn't that he was dashing early. I think he just wasn't letting go of the sword. But crystal in hand, time to figure out where to make up time. I like his humping the stump. So you actually do that to put your shield away, in order to make the text scroll a little bit faster. Jury's out whether that's actually ever worth it or not, because you can actually talk to Stumpy pretty high up. Right, now, like, running faster than Usain Bolt, fastest guard in Hyrule. And now we put our salute emotes in chat. Let's go for the hammer dash. Better than I usually do it. Okay, Lechtansi doing a bit of an unconventional strat there. There is a faster way to do that screen, but walking up behind the sign is a race safe strat that I don't remember who came up with it, but I know Requiem the Spirit does it a lot. So it doesn't lose too much time. I don't remember exactly how much it is. Okay. Looks like Cola's gonna get a bottle of net here too. I'm not sure if this is... No, this can't be something they normally do. This is probably just a safety thing. You know, it's a race. Can't reset. Dying to bosses sucks. Okay, like about at the halfway point through Thieves Town, while Cola has just gotten to the Dark World here. And like I was saying before, even though Cola took that Helm of Death, like there's still like 7 Dark World dungeons left. And you know, these are newer-ish runners, so maybe not quite as consistent as some of the people in the higher brackets, so there's a lot more volatility here. So this race is far from over. I don't want to calm curse anybody. By grabbing their Titan's mitts, which we will need for 3 of the dungeons at the end of the game. Only getting bullied a little bit by Gibos. That hallway screen is one of the hardest starfish enemies called Gibos. Alright, I assume blind went well. Ooh. Yowski loves commentators curse? Yeah, well, I try to be better than... Yeah. It's not fun if it's not fun if I dunk on him when he's not here. Alright, so this is approximately the halfway point of the run. That's gonna farm up some money here. There's some cash in this town of thieves. I was actually just reminded a few days ago that Thieves Town is not actually called Thieves Town. It's called Gargoyle's Domain, but we just call it Thieves Town because I don't remember why. Pull his blind fight. Oop. Flashed a little too early on number 9, but got one in. Yeah, everything Cole has done has been pretty solid so far. It's just that helmet death that's really just standing out here. Oh, Lechtansi not validating their run. Sag. There's a trick that you can do there, where you dash and you bounce off the fence, and it looks really cool when you pull it off, but it's not really worth it most of the time, especially not in a race setting. Alright, here's one of the harder rooms in the game, the mummy statue room. Mummies can get a little frisky sometimes, but they seem to have behaved themselves, at least for now. Oh, and then get blocked in the back. So yeah, this sword upgrade does take a long time to get, but it does make up for itself and then some. Because this is a big damage upgrade between the second and the third sword. Oh, that I don't think that bomb's close enough. Yeah, you gotta. All right. Well, luckily that's one of the least costly bomb jumps to fail. Still has a fairy in their pocket, so the extra damage doesn't really matter that much. Oh, Cola got the fence dash. Let's go. Thank you, Green Cola. The okay. All right. I don't know if that was. I don't know if that was just for me, but yeah. So I always tell people the correct amount of times to dash in Sea House is 0, which is not necessarily true. You just need to know what you're doing to not lose time dashing. But what Cola did there was dashed 0 times in Sea House and then did what's called a Muffins dash out of it. So that was fun. Lechtansi letting that mummy get away a little bit, but you know, again, still has the fairy in their pocket. Low health is not a concern. And sometimes Moth just cooperates. Cola about to get his fire rod. And we're running to the back. Cola showing off the flawless Joe Mummy strat. Another quote-unquote beat gainer strat, but I know a lot of people who took that strat until didn't learn the proper strat until very, very far into running this game, so there's a lot of easy strats in this game that technically lose time, but like they don't really lose a lot of time. Ooh, that was a nice double hit there on the Moth. Bounced her off the spikes and then got the second hit. Oh, Lechtansi getting lotteried by that Ropa. Unfortunately, not really much he can do to prevent that, except to not take that dash line. Getting lotteried is rare, but still annoying every time. Oh, okay. And now we get to see the backup. So Lechtansi farm that bush for a heart. But what you can do there is you can actually take a better path that keeps you in the water the whole time, but it keeps you going diagonal the whole time. Now, normally, being in the water would slow Link's movement down, but if you are holding a bush after you've jumped off of a cliff, you actually walk at normal speed in the water. So, just something to keep in mind. See how many dunks we get. And we still don't have the flippers, so we still can't swim, which means if Lech hits the dark blue water, they'll get dunked. Ain't none so far. Cola attempting to go for a fairy. Looked like just took a Snapdragon to the face instead. Alright, no dunks. Very good, Lech. Alright, like menuing to Fire Rod because they know it's the next thing they're going to need there, and also to check if the coast is clear to just run into that Whirlpool. The preset on this in the practice act is called Tiny Warp Dick, because there's a tiny guy by the warp, and sometimes he's a dick. Just making sure he's not going to be a dick this time by using the menu effectively. Oh, there's a dunk. And another. I swear, sometimes this Zora screen is just absolutely impossible. Like, even in glitch categories, when you have, like, the pixels that roughly show you where the safe paths are, it's completely impossible to do that screen effectively. Alright, like, just kind of cruising so far. Oh, are you gonna go for it? Oh, come on, I know you know how to do that. So, Lech went for a safe strat / comfy strat. Oh. Alright, well, reset. Try again. There we go. So Lech went for a safe / comfy strat in that conveyor room, but I know they know the fast one. They just didn't do it. Nice setup there to smack all those ping gators. Okay, the easy top stair clip. Lechtansi about to drop down into the cold stair fight. I would hazard a guess that's probably one of the reasons they have the bottle and net. This is not an easy boss, and when it goes sideways, it can really really sting. Oh, but perfect fight there. Very nice. Ola about to do his Ice Palace bomb jump. Was on a good pixel, moved off of it onto another good pixel, so nothing too terrible there. It's down to 4 hearts. I don't remember that he got a fairy. If anybody remembers Ola getting a fairy, let me know. He tried to get one from the pyramid, from the tree outside the pyramid, but I don't think it happened. I think the fairy flew into him, and then he took a Snapdragon to the face, and that's why we're at such low health here. Alright, well, we're not going for backup fairies, so... Ooh, smiley face. Very nice. Good statue drag there. Alright, Lechtansi going and getting the Ether Medallion. Unfortunately has has lost their way a bit, and is going to forget to get the ice rod, according to the pictures on their splits. Ooh, there we go. Clutch cold stare fight there. Took an icicle, but didn't let it phase him. Very good there by Kola. Oh, Lech doesn't even have any bombs, even if they wanted to do Long Swamp. Alright, I'll allow it. Based on Cola's splits, I'm gonna say he's gonna go straight to Swamp here. And then just do everything in the Meyer splits. Whoa, Gold Ice Palace. You love to see it. Hello, Raiders from Foxlisk. I don't know who that is, but it sounds like a cool name. Bringing a bunch of gamers into the chat. This is fighter sword bracket between Lechtansi and ggreencola. Cola died to Helmosaur King and had to make that up a little bit. But so Lech has the Ether Medallion. Cola does not. But now they're both in Swamp Palace. Lechtansi got an earlier net and bottle than Cola did, but hasn't had to use it yet. Got close a couple of times, but hasn't had to use that fairy yet. Fox is the lead developer of Rule Set Rando. Okay, I see. Is that the 4-item rando that I've heard about? So Swamp is the intended second dungeon. But we have a lot of equipment that we're not supposed to have here, so pretty easy. We also have a bunch of hearts that we're not supposed to have, and there's not a lot of things that do a ton of damage in this dungeon, but every time you get hit, you get slowed down. You lose control of Link for somewhere around half a second. It's a little less than that. But yeah, it's... Oh, yeah, that guy's a dick sometimes. Oh, and just completely blocking Cola. Man, that berry is out for blood today. We randomize what's legal and complete a run. No one has ever completed a run. Okay. Fun. I assume this is, like, under no logic or something. Alright, this isn't randomizer as indicated by the three-digit rupee counter. We are playing vanilla. So, Lech now has a hook shot. Okay, thought maybe they were a pixel off there, but oh, gets a bubble to the face there, and is down to 3 hearts, which is gonna get a little dangerous here on Argus. Alright, good hook dash. So it actually looks like these two are a lot closer than they actually are. Because Lechtansi has gone up and gotten the Ether Medallion. And Cola has not. So it may look like it's a bit close, but Lechtansi has a little bit of a lead for now. That could definitely change in the next couple dungeons. No. Whoa, what did that skipper just do? Somebody get a clip of that. That skipper just, like, said nope and clipped out of the bottom right of the room. Yeah, the was it Phelps? Water flea? Oh, I don't think we're allowed to call them Phelps. They don't have enough they don't have enough herbs in them to be Phelps. Okay, good fight on Lech's side. I think Cola's in survival mode here. Okay, cool. Got through the puffballs. They're called Ledekis. Okay, they can be Ledekis. Although I don't think that's how she spells her name. I'm probably wrong, though. Ooh, good quick warp. So, for those who don't know, Lechtansi just did a pixel perfect movement in order to mirror on the right pixel in order to get what's called a quick warp. Basically, it just shortens the mirror cutscene. Oh, man. Alright, are we gonna see a bird toss here? That bird is slightly tossable. Not really, though. It's like over a tile away. Yeah, okay. Whatever. I won't even call you out for being no fun. That bird ended up a little further away than I thought it was gonna be. Alright, routine Mire 2. I forgot to do the flashing lights warning. Oh well. Whoops. Hey y'all, this game came out in 1991. They loved flashing lights in 1991. Oh, interesting. Getting everything in Mire here. sure how much of that I've actually seen. A lot of people like to put the ice rod off. All right, let's see if Cola. That bird's gonna land out of bounds. Unfortunately, no bird toss is possible. It's not possible. Yeah. I appreciate the try. All right. Lechtansi has gotten their Cane of Samaria. Gonna take a bit of damage here. Sometimes you have to suffer for your keys. I think Lech got their dash dust off. I didn't see it, like, completely. Find out in a second here, though. Yep, okay. Alright, so what you're witnessing is called Spooky Action at a Distance, named after the quantum physics article from a while ago. Basically what's happening is there's a height variable that we set. Ooh, like missed the switch. That's unfortunate. There's a height variable that we set when we fluted here, so that we know how the fire rod is going to splash, and it'll go higher than it normally goes. Oh, that's... Yeah, taking damage from that eyeball is certainly not ideal. Not ideal. Alright. Got out of it, preserved the fairy. Doesn't even matter. Now, Lech does have a fairy in their back pocket, and has since the desert split, so we're good on that account. Ooh. Cola doing an extra fire rod shot. Fortunately, gonna lose the lesser amount of time by having to run all the way up to the top of the room. And I think setting up fake powder here, because he does not have a fairy in a bottle. He has the bottle, but not the fairy. Oh, just a little kiss from the fire snake. Good job, Lech, not pressing right on that screen. If you know, you know. Alright. Classic Viddy fight there by Cola. Nothing sweaty happening at all. Don't worry about it. And now we've kind of met up. Both runners have all of their items. All they need to do is go through the next two dungeons and stick a big pig, and then we'll be good. I mean, I gotta hand it to Cola though. Like, ever since that helmet death, he's just been like saving huge chunks of time against this PB. Or if there was time lost, it's only like a couple seconds. So very, yeah, very, very nice. That was about a 10-second Meyer gold for him. So. Just for context, after Palace of Darkness, like from Palace of Darkness to where he is now, he's made up about 50 seconds of time against this PB. So, even though this may not be the run is not far away. Let's see what strat Lechtansi decides to do. I think they usually just mirror out of here. Yeah, and that roller is way too far to the right to do anything but mirror there. Alright, let's see what chomps do. Yep. Chomps be chomping. Now, important to note here, Lechtansi has a fairy drop in the queue. Cola does not. Cola's fairy dropped in Agate Tower. So Cola gonna have to be a little safe here. Ooh. Yeah. Taking that roller damage isn't great. Oh, does seem to have a fairy in a bottle, though. Missed where he picked that up, but... very nice return room there by Lechtansi. Just doing... Yeah, knew they had the full magic drop coming and just decided to do the safe fire rod shots. And it's those little bits of knowledge that are really nice to have in a race situation, especially when you're playing from ahead, so that you don't just panic and do something stupid. Cola taking a... Ah, I see what happened. Yeah, got a rogue pokey particle. But that's why we keep the bottle. So instead of losing, I don't know, a minute 20-ish, now we only lose the 15 or so seconds that a fairy takes to revive you. Probably more than a minute 20. Come from the front of the dungeon. Now we're seeing the power of the fairy drop, because Lech would just, you know, tanked a laser and didn't even care. Still has the fairy in reserve. Like, we see the power of fairy skip, like, doing a lot of work here. Alright. I respect anybody who can look a boss in the eyes while they kill him. See, I'm a coward. I stab from behind. Alright, we have 7 crystals on Lechtansi's side. Will shortly on Cola's side, probably in about... oh no! And that's a big disaster. That's a TR game over. Yeah, that's another big big time sink. It did look like he was considering forfeiting. I checked the race time room. He has not forfeited yet, so it is. Is anyone on pace? Cola did a lot of good work from died to Helma, but did a lot of good work since then. Saved about 50 seconds, and then unfortunately died on Laser Bridge. Lechtansi has just steadily been losing time since the Light World, so. But they're doing kind of slow and steady. They've also been playing from ahead since the beginning of Dark World, so just kind of gone the slow and steady route. Oh, was that a stuck spike? I didn't notice. Alright, Cola on his way to Trinex now, after losing approximately a bajillion years. Actually didn't lose that. Didn't lose as much time as I thought. Maybe lost like 2 minutes? maybe a little more. That's the 1 minute mark there. And then this cutscene is like 51 seconds or something. Alright, Lex got their big key. Now, let's watch the actual fun part of the run. We'll watch the other part too. That's in a cutscene right now. Oh. Well, ideally you don't take a fireball to the face there, but... Yeah, so a death on Laser Bridge only costing Cola a little over 2 minutes. Which kinda doesn't compute to me, but I guess I've never really timed how long it takes to come back from a death in any dungeon, because I just slam the reset button. Decent gauntlet there by Lech. Oh, unfortunately the fireball knocking him off a little bit. Getting the heart to stop the beeping. Okay, good use of the menu there to make sure you're on the right pixel where you won't get knocked off the bridge. I prefer to use it in this room, but it doesn't really ultimately matter, I don't think. I'm not sure you needed that small magic. Figure out the optimal pixel. FSG made a document that is somewhere in the main Discord about which pixels are more and less likely to knock you off the bridge. I saw it a few months ago and I have no idea how to search for it, but it's there. Can also just probably ping FSGs. Probably happy to share that with you. Was it Pinkus that made that? Am I mixing up my Scandinavians again? It was Pinkus? Okay. Alright, well, Lechtansi's Agate 2 patterns weren't necessarily necessarily the best, but you know, we'll take it. Oh, meanwhile, in health trouble again. Needs to get to the recovery room. That's another nice bit of knowledge there. Alright. We're sticking a pig on one screen and we're doing Gauntlet on the other. Nice 1-1 there by Lechtansi. It's maybe a little mid Gauntlet for Cola here. Out of arrows, which is, like, never great. Oh, Blue Ganon. Well, not much you can do to help that. Oh, nice attempt on the cape spin, just wasn't really low enough to hit him. Kind of nice that it lines up that a lull in the action on one side is good action on the other. And we've got an exploding pig on Lechtansi's side. Get your GGs in chat. They're not really on a dangerous pixel, so GG Lechtansi. Finishes with a 132.26. According to their timer, race time might be lagging a little bit, and it's 28. Alright, and Cola showing off a little trick for Moldorm. When he's heading toward you and you boing the hook shot out, you can just release the spin and the timing is perfect to get a spin hit. See the Agatu patterns. Oh, the dream, let's go! Well, not so easy on the second one. Ooh. There's a weird launch angle. Alright. I get 2 down. See what Ganon has to say. A bunch of Japanese text that I don't understand? Yeah. Just as usual. A bit of an unorthodox thing there. Cola deciding to go for trident spins over the normal one-on-one strats. Wonder if that works actually. Seems a lot more volatile. All right, we're through the fire bat phase. Everything is great. Nothing can go wrong. No warps, I don't think. Very nice. Very nice setup there. Just forgot that that's a half cycle there and needed to wait a little bit to light the torch. Oh, almost. Ooh. We are joined by our winner this evening, Lechtansi. GG.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. Thanks for all of the folks who gave me GGs in chat. And looks like ggreencola is...
yeah, we got an exploding pig, so get your GGs in chat for cola. They're a little high there, so I'm not gonna quite say GG yet. But yeah, all right, we got the tessellated screen. So all right, get your GGs in chat. Good on ggreencola for finishing out that run despite the disasters.
I was watching a bit of the restream, and I caught a couple of them. So GGs for finishing out the run.
Yeah, so you came across a couple of stretches that you lost a good bit of time on, like nothing run ending, but like I guess it's I guess the question is like how do you power through that? Like what's the difference in mentality between like a race and a PB attempt?
I was super stressed the whole time. Like my heart rate was super elevated, and like my palms sweaty, knees spaghetti, that whole jazz. And normally it's not like that when I'm in a race. And I just like the fact that I saw that Cola had taken a death in Helma, I was like, okay, I can lose. I don't know how much time that cost, but up in like in 3 splits, I had lost like 45 seconds, and I was like, all right, well, a death to Helma takes more than 45 seconds, so I'm probably still ahead. And it was hard there a little bit because I think, like the shopping was slightly different, and there was a moment in Swamp where he was like right behind me, and I was like, wait, shit, have I lost like 2 minutes? But I think maybe his like shopping might have been different. I didn't quite catch it.
Yeah, he went straight to Swamp and then did Ether and Ice Rod before Meyer.
Okay.
Yeah. And then you, of course, did Ether first and Ice Rod before TR.
Yeah, and so that, yeah, I caught it. So I didn't catch like what his shopping had done. I just saw that he was only a 2 screens behind me in Swamp, and I was like, "Holy fuck, what is going on?" And so, and then the rest of it, I didn't lose. Like, I lost some time in Meyer because I missed the final spooky shot, and I took that extra hit. I took an eyeball to the face, like right away in the Vidi fight. And it was so funny too. I was just thinking to myself in that second spooky room, I was like, man, this is a good mire. I'm happy with this. And then I screw up mire 3 or spooky 3 and take that eyeball to the face. And I was like, all right, well, I'm probably still ahead. But I was definitely checking the restream through all of Turtle Rock to see if I was still ahead or not. And then I saw that he took a death, and I was into, I think it was Laser Bridge. And at that point, I just closed the restream and, just like focused on completing the game.
Yeah, it seemed like a lot of what you were doing was like maybe not the fastest strats, but it was kind of comfy. Was that it? Do you think that you did like the strats that you normally do during a run, or do you think maybe you saw you were playing from ahead and you like kind of went into a bit of comfort zone?
I mean, I definitely didn't, go full risk that I might have done in like a PB attempt. I definitely when I could have potentially, like, for example, like Landmo 2, like if I really wanted to, I would have, I could have potentially gotten that third hit at taking taking extra damage and, going for that third hit, which I might have done if it was like a legit PB attempt. But since I was so far behind my PB and I was ahead on the race, I was like, all right, I'll just, take it easy. I'll get, I'll do this 2 cycle. I'll get the extra heart, like those sorts of things. Just for, I mean, I had the fairy in a bottle, so I wasn't too worried about dying, but I will, not take a death over taking a death any day. Is that kind of what you were talking about?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. Well, GG on your win. I don't think we're gonna get Cola in the room here, so we'll just wrap some things up here. Yeah, thanks for racing. Thanks for putting this on. Pops, thanks for restreaming and play us out.
Yeah, thanks ZSR for hosting us.
Hey guys,
oh cool.
Good job.
We're raiding Twin.
Yeah, we're gonna raid Twin. She is another racer that's involved in the No Major Glitches League. So she's doing a run. And I can't send it through, so we just have to wait. So yes, thank you for comms. Good job, runners. And then more races tomorrow, and the weekend looks like it's very booked up as well. So stay tuned for those. Check the ZSR schedule if you're interested in checking some of those races out. Thanks for watching.